Ashok Sehgal is joining, co-chairperson of CII. Thank you very much, Mr. Sehgal. Your first reaction from CII on this budget.
Well, I think, as you mentioned, I'm with CII, National Council for MSME matters.
Yeah.
And this budget has been very, very encouraging for MSMEs. The turnover required to qualify for each of the slabs of micro, small and medium enterprises has been doubled in this budget. Now, if you look at the contribution of MSMEs to the national economy, contribute in the past about 45% of manufacturing GDP. With the new limits which have been announced, I would expect that this number may touch 60%. Similarly, in terms of exports, which were earlier about 35%, this should be somewhere in the range of close to 50%.
Yeah.
So once we get up to such a large contribution by MSMEs, I'm sure MSMEs' problems and issues would be looked at much more seriously at the central level, as it is already identified by FM as one of the three thrust areas or engines she defined right at the beginning of her speech, but also at the state and local levels where most MSMEs face difficulties in the interactions with the bureaucracy and the rule makers.
Exactly.
Once they realize what is the contribution being made by MSMEs, I'm sure that they would be far more responsive in terms of making life easier for the MSMEs and in facilitating anything to help them to grow faster. So I think this has been the most significant thing we could have seen.
Ashok, taking off from what you just said, a good thing for you and CII, I mean, under your stewardship would be to actually launch a nationwide awareness campaign to encourage states to involve MSMEs in this new ecosystem of the mainstream economy. That would be a step forward.
Thank you. Arnab?
Quite right. And I'm happy to say, of course, not related to the budget, but generally, CII does have a structure that from the National Council, we have regional councils and state councils, and each of them have a lot of representation from MSMEs.
Yeah.
And there is a misconception somewhere that CII is a organization of large corporates. About 70% of the membership of CII is from MSMEs.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And apart from that, every meeting that we have, we see the large corporates are very, very supportive of MSMEs. They always talk of MSMEs, MSMEs part
absolutely
of the supply chain, and encourage MSMEs to come up.
Yeah, Ashok Sehgal, thank you very much for joining us.